what's up? My name is Nukirk, and I run the blogs What Whites Will Never Know, W3NK. I am doing this because I have a question, and it's a very common question, and because it's so common, that I decided to do a video response to it. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm bouncing, it's because I got like an exercise ball underneath me. I like that as a seat. Anyways, let me go ahead and show you the question. Okay, the question is, what do you think about white musicians in hip-hop? I know it's appropriation of black culture, but we shouldn't say what races can and cannot do, as if music should be segregated, right? Just generally curious. Thanks. Okay. Now, as far as the answer, before I give you the answer, I just want to inform you a few things. One, I don't represent a coalition of hip-hop people or black people or a group of black people. I only represent me. So please be aware that this is only my personal opinion. I shouldn't have to say that, but in the United States we do have warning labels on things with peanuts in it saying this product may contain peanuts. So I just want to give you that little warning. Now, as far as let's see, what do I think of white musicians in hip-hop? I'm indifferent. I love hip-hop music. I love it. I have a blog called hiphopjourney.com. I listen to it every chance I get. Also, I'm an editor in rapgenius.com. I'm an editor with them as far as music is concerned. As far as News Genius, I'm one of the News Genius editors. So hip hop is my way of living, and also I'm a hip hop artist and I'm a spoken word artist. So this question gets come up a lot. So my answer to that is, I generally don't mind white musicians in hip hop. I am not going to sit here and be like, we should give them a pass, because it's music. It's basically, if you sound good, you sound okay, you sound true to what you do, then you're hip hop to me, and that's the honest opinion about it. So therefore, I kind of like Thrift Shop. Yeah, that's an annoying song to some people, but I actually kind of like it because it seems that that's the guy's truth. He lives it, he embodies it, and it's honest. Also, I don't like Waka Flocka Flame. He's not my type of hip hop, but I respect him because he's at least honest. He's very honest. He's very cool. As far as his representation of it, and I know that goes against everything you probably hear about someone who loves hip hop saying, but that's basically my opinion. But getting back to the root of the question, which is about white musicians, what I don't like is when you're in it for the moolah, the money. Basically, you're in it because you can make money off it. If you are in there with one focused mind, then I generally don't respect that. There's people who are in the music business for the wrong reasons, but at the end of the day, you have to understand that there's the reason why there's business in music business. It's music business, and there are different audiences and different types. So I cannot really. So white musicians and hip hop, I don't mind. What I do mind is when the white musicians don't respect the grounds of hip hop. Like, in other words, let's say that you are a lover of I don't know. Let's just say that you love I'm gonna use this as an example. I have a yin yang, and I know everything that there is to know about the yin yang, because the yin yang is basically my way of living. It basically reminds me of a balance between dark and light, good and evil, spring, fall, winter, summer. Life's totally balanced, like my attempt to balance on this ball here. It basically expresses the way I don't want to say Chinese, Asian tradition. I'm sorry, I forgot which Asian country the yin yang comes from, but it is an Asian tradition, and it's basically a philosophy, and I live by that philosophy. So that's why I am not one of these people who tend to be leaning towards the right too much or leaning towards the left too much. I tend to be a nice moderate center. Sometimes I'm a little bit progressive, but most of the times I'm just center. You understand? So with that being said, the only time I have a problem with white musicians in hip hop is the same reason when I have a problem with black musicians in hip hop. The ones that seem to go in there not representing who they are, but representing what we think we want to hear, to the point where it gets too trashy. I don't like trash music. I just don't like it. I don't like it when an artist go in there and they're not honest, which is why I like Waka Flocka Flame. Honesty, because he's honest about his music. If you look at his interviews, he'll tell you that's his type of hip hop. And even though I really don't like his songs, I really like his honesty. And Waka Flocka Flame will never ever see a diss track from me, unless he does something very stupid like slap a woman. So I'm telling you, just as long as a musician is honest about the grounds of hip hop, where it comes from, and so on, they can rock it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Just one thing as far as cultural appropriation, that's basically how I explained it. See, if you don't respect the grounds, if you don't respect the forefathers, if you don't respect anything about where the music comes from, and all you want to do is use it for your own benefit, and people can see that clearly as day, then that's when I have a problem. And it doesn't matter if you're black or white. But that's just my personal opinion about it. And if I get kicked out of the Hip Hop's Hall of Fame on it, I really don't care.